Expectations. We've all felt it before. The self-fulfilling prophecy that to be someone, I have to achieve in life, whether it's status, prestige, or wealth. Now, some of us might be thinking, that's not me. I'm perfectly fine with the person I am. But the question still remains.
Who are you?
Now, the majority of people might say their position at a company, a full-time student. Some may even reply with their name. But in a culture that constantly asks, what have you achieved? How have you demonstrated your usefulness? What do you do? It's hard for us to tackle this simple question without our own self-reflection. To dive deeper into this, let's take a look at our analysis of our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Hey everyone.
With great power comes great responsibility. After Peter gets a visit from the one and only Tony Stark, his world suddenly changes. The vigilante crime fighting he did with his ragtag suit becomes upgraded with Stark tech that could take on even his strongest enemies.
You have a metal arm? That is awesome, dude.
He has it all. The power, the technology, the resources. But the one thing he doesn't have is his own identity. As crazy as it may seem, we can also find ourselves in Peter Parker, defining ourselves with what we do, what we own, or what others might think of us, trying so hard to be someone that ultimately we're not fit to be. Peter places his identity on what he does. It's no coincidence that after his Stark Tech upgrade, he thinks he can take on the world as the newest addition to the Avengers. But not only does this mentality put himself in harm's way, but others as well. Peter places his identity on the suit, saying without it, he's nothing.
Okay, it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back.
For how long?
Forever. Yeah, that's
No,
how it
no,
works.
please, Mr.
Let's
Stark,
have it.
you don't understand. This is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it, okay?
We measure success by what we own. Today, marketers spend billions of dollars each year, seducing us into thinking we have to get the newest tools, clothes, technology. Our very identities depend on it. People compare themselves by looking at others. Who is the busiest? Who has the best body? A comfortable life? Sometimes our self-worth is linked to our paychecks and perks. How many degrees do they have? And what school do they go to? Who's got the best boyfriend or girlfriend? Lastly, Peter places his identity into what others think of him.
Man, I just wanted to be like you.
And I wanted you to be better.
As Tony Stark's protege, it's no secret that Peter has a lot of admiration for Tony, to the point that he wants to be him. Most people consider what others think of them more important than their own opinions. Can I be myself in a conversation? Who will I date? Is it okay for me to tell someone that they hurt me? How do I choose the right career for me? Peter wants to be like the great Tony Stark, but Tony wants him to be better. But what does being better really mean? We're all under pressure to live lives that aren't our own, but the first great task to living a life that is fulfilling is to live one that is true to ourselves. This journey of self-discovery is something even the greatest philosophers have tackled. Socrates says, contrary to the masses, one's true self is not to be identified with what we own, our social status, our reputation, or even our body. Instead, Socrates famously maintained that our true self is our soul. Even in the Bible, they have something to say about the human condition and what it means to live a life that is true to ourselves. In the first book of Samuel, chapter 16, verse 7, "But the Lord said to Samuel, do not judge from his appearance or from his lofty stature, because I have rejected him. God does not see as mortal who sees the appearance. The Lord looks into the heart." At the end of Spider-Man, Peter ultimately turns down the opportunity to officially be a part of the Avengers team, and instead opts to stay as our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, disappointing both the Avengers team as well as Tony's expectations. So is our identity defined by expectations? What we do, what we own, or what others think of us? Or is it something else? What do you think?